So manifestation has the self at the center, whereas the law of reaping and sowing has Jesus, God, at the center. And so when you're your own center, you make up the rules as you go. And you do it based on a lot of times empirical knowledge. In other words, what I've experienced and beliefs that I've come to have based on my experience and other people's beliefs that I've chosen to follow. So a lot of times we're just following people who are just as lost as us, who we think are ahead of us in this game of enlightenment. And so manifestation shows up a lot of times as money, partners, things that are very self-serving, not necessarily bad things though, but out of context and out of, whenever we're just doing it in our own power, in our own creation, our own vision of it, a lot of times it amounts to nothing when you look at a generation later or a generation after that. And so I think the difference between reaping and sowing is that we're looking at a legacy to create something, bring something eternal into the present. Whereas with law of attraction, a lot of time the manifesting is, I want something in this physical realm for me. And it doesn't necessarily, it could involve helping others, but that's not the essential theme. When you look at what Jesus said, not my will, like if you could let this cup of wrath pass, but not my will, but yours be done. He showed his humanity even as he was God. And so in that, the example is always not my will, but yours, because our will, even as good intentioned as it might be, can be misled. And even just 1 degree or 5 degrees or 180 degrees in the wrong direction, especially, then we're creating more chaos. We're creating more disorder. We're actually going against what the good for everyone is without even knowing it.